Thank you so much for joining me, Destiny, and thank you for joining me, everyone. Just in case you're watching the recording, it's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for signing up for the Personal Branding 101 webinar from unknown to unforgettable. And I sincerely hope that at the end of this class or at the end of this session, you take away nuggets, you take away tips and practical strategies that you can begin to apply and action in your life as you go towards building your personal brand. A little bit about me. This is my profile. I'm a globally recognized digital entrepreneur. I'm an author and edtech enthusiast. And I'm dedicated to transforming how people learn and work in this digital era. I've been doing this for over a decade, and I'm a multi-award-winning creative turns digital strategist. I founded Baker to Baker with Oluchi Imo, which is a mentorship and empowerment platform for pickers and entrepreneurs, and I've mentored and supported over 500 entrepreneurs globally since the inception of the program in 2017. These are a few of the things that I've accomplished. I have been featured on BBC Ebony Live TV, TVC, and nominated most recently for a feature in the GTA Black Women in Tech's book, The Voices in the Shadows, Volume 6, for my innovative approach to empowerment, learning, and inspiring others through my stories. And I hope that as I share my story this evening, it will be one that would inspire you to take action. So, we're talking about personal branding. What is personal branding? It is how people perceive you based on your actions. So, your personal branding is not what you think of yourself, it's not what you've projected yourself to be. It is actually, thank you very much, joining from Abuja. It is what people think of you. It is what people know about you, and it is a reflection of your reputation, your strengths, and the impact that you wield, the influence that you have on people. That is what your personal branding is. So each one of us, thank you, Olajide, each one of us has a personal brand. We all have personal brand. Now the difference lies, and this is not something that you decide to, oh, I want to have a personal brand, or I do not want to have a personal brand. Please, if you see me looking to my right or my left, I have screens being to my right and to my left. Okay, just in case, I just wanted to bring that to your attention. So it's not something you decide and say, I choose to have a personal brand or I choose not to have a personal brand. You already have a personal brand just as you are. And the difference lies in how intentional you are about building and shaping your personal brand. Jeff Bezos says, that quote is from Jeff Bezos, your brand is what people say about you when you are not in the room. And now you might be thinking, does my personal brand matter? Yes, it does. As a matter of fact, much more than you can imagine. Your personal brand really matters. I think I'm sorry, I'm not in presenter mode. Just bear with me. I apologize for that. I'm just wondering why I have things all over the place. Is it better now? Is it okay now? Sorry, I had so many things going on. I was wondering what's happening. Just if you can give me a thumbs up because I can't see my Zoom screen now. Just let me know if you can. Okay? Fab, thank you. Sorry about that earlier. So your personal brand helps you, number one, build trust and credibility. So you can build trust, you can build credibility, and with that trust and credibility, you can go miles and miles and you can accomplish many things. You can accomplish great things. Another thing that your personal brand does for you is that it sets you apart in a competitive environment. So you are just shining in your own way. Number three, it helps you attract opportunities like jobs, partnerships, and recognition. That's what your personal brand can do for you. I started building my personal brand, like I said, in the would I call it a promo video? I started building my personal brand over a decade ago. And when I started, I didn't have the intention of building a personal brand. I just knew that I was being true to myself. I knew that I wanted to show up. I knew that I wanted to impact. I wanted to teach people and I wanted to do things. And that path that I took got me my first ever award. It was a national award. So when I was nominated in about maybe 5 to 7 categories. I can't remember now, but about that range. And I was wondering because I wasn't working. I wasn't working towards winning an award. It's different from now. So now you see people intentionally positioning themselves themselves and just being strategic about what they do. As at that time, it was just me being me, and I just wanted to impact. I just wanted to make an impact in the lives of people. So right now, your personal brand can attract opportunities for you. And just like I've mentioned in passing, please stay true to yourself. As you're building your personal brand, don't try to be anyone else. I tried doing that earlier this year, and I can tell you for sure, it wasn't the easiest thing to do. In a world where everyone is trying to fit in, your brand helps you stand out. That's an unknown quote from someone. So, but you want to stay true to yourself. If I just backtrack a bit, why did I try to be someone else earlier this year? So my year did not start out so fantastic. My year is ending on a beautiful note, but it did not start out that way. It started with health challenges. It started with lack of confidence. It started with loss of motivation. It started with me not having a sense of direction, me being in a funk, not wanting to create content, do the things that I would usually do, losing my spark. In fact, I lost my spark. So that was how I started this year. And I was trying to start again, try to get into the swing of things, and I assumed not another personality, but I was just trying to fit into this perfect mode on social media, this perfection or this, make your page perfect, make this perfect on Instagram, do this, do that. And it wasn't the easiest thing to do until I switched back to default, being my true self. So that's one thing you want to do for yourself. And you want to be true to yourself. Now, how do you discover your personal brand identity? It is knowing who you are. Knowing who you are is the foundation of building a strong personal brand. I know who I am. I'm very convinced about who I am. And I'm very vocal about who I am. I'm very vocal about my values, the things that I stand for, the things that I like, the things that I appreciate, the things that I would not do, even if I'm given $1 million. I am very vocal about my stance. So you need to know who you are. Moving on to the next slide. How do you build that identity? How do you know yourself? How do you discover yourself, who you are? You ask yourself these questions. There is what do I value most? Number one, what do I value most? What unique skills or strengths do I have? If you have notes and you can write down, please, I would encourage you to do that, because we tend to, as humans or as people, not generalizing now, but we tend to attend these kind of sessions. We are all pumped up, we are all motivated, but then we go back to our normal states. We just go back to the default state and we do not take any action. So if I am attending a webinar like this, one thing I like to do is to have my notes beside me, not to be distracted, though, but I like to just take down. So, what do I value the most? If you ask me as a person, I value things that have to do with family. I'm family oriented. I like things that have to do with integrity. I like things that are colorful. I like flowers. I value impact a lot. I value impacting people, sharing knowledge. I value excellence. So, these are just a few things. So, when you look at yourself, what do you value the most? The next question, what unique skills or strengths do I have? For me, speaking is a strength that I have. It's a unique skill that I have. I usually tell people, if you wake me up at 2 a.m. in the midnight or 3 a.m., all I just need to do is freshen up, and I can sit down and record a 10, 15, 20, 30-minute video for you without having a script. So that's an innate talent that I have. It's a strength, it's a skill that I have. What problems am I passionate about solving? I'm passionate about solving problems that have to do with women. I like empowering women. I want to be able to empower them. I have a video that I would have played for you. I did not include that video, but I would have played that video for you. I was pretty young back then, and it was me being granted a TV interview. It was a TV interview for a brand that I worked with many years back. And I was saying, I want to empower women and I want to change the world. I wish I added this. I wish I remembered. I would have just added it. What do I love sharing? What are my values? What do I want to be remembered for? I usually tell myself when it comes to the topic of me not being here, so me leaving Earth, when I'm no more here, what do I want to be remembered for? That is one thing that keeps me going. I want people to know that somebody like Oluchi Imo was here and I made impact. So, how do you craft your brand message? Number one, you need to define who you are and what you do and why it matters. That's the first step to crafting your brand message. And you need to say this over and over and over again. Please, if you're still with me, can I get a thumbs up? Because I can't see my Zoom screen anymore. So I just need to know you're with me. Okay? Can I get a thumbs up? And if you're getting value, also let me know. Thank you so very much. Thank you. I can see the thumbs up means you can hear me and you can still see the slides. Okay? Thank you. So the first thing is defining who you are. Thank you. Why you do what you do and why it matters. Why do you do what you do? This is me. My name is Oluchi. I am a digital entrepreneur. I love teaching. I am passionate about impacting people. Why I do what I do is because this is a calling for me. Yeah, this is a calling for me. I'm a person of faith. It's a calling for me. Why it matters is because I want to reach as many, I want to change the world. That's how I used to say it many years back, and it hasn't changed. I want to change the world. My mentorship message when I used to reach out to A-list bakers in my industry as a den was I want to change the world. And I believe that I can do this by impacting just one woman. So if I impact one woman, that woman would impact the next, that person would impact the next, and it keeps going on and on and on like that. So that was my message, and it hasn't changed. I want to change the world. Unfortunately, things have gone way south than they were as at that time. So it's just like a huge feat I want to accomplish. But I believe that if I can influence and impact one person in a positive way, that person can carry the light, that person can take that impact and influence the next person and pay it forward. Number two, keep your message clear, concise, and relatable. That's one thing you want to do. Make it clear. Just as I've said, it is very clear to you. I'm not a superwoman. I don't have a cape, but I want to change the world in my own little way, in my own little corner. I'm doing what I can. It is concise. It is relatable. We see women who are looking to be empowered, who are looking to gain knowledge, who are looking to gain skills. We are looking to we see women who want to do things, but because of financial constraints, they can't do those things. Because of lack of confidence, they can't do those things. So make your message relatable and make people connect with you, and develop a consistent brand voice and personality. For anyone who has known, I don't know if there's anyone on the call that has known me for the last maybe 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, I have been the same. I have grown, obviously. I have changed. I used to look younger back then, but my message has been the same. My brand has been the same. My brand voice has been the same. My personality has been the same. So that's one thing you want to do. You're not moving here and moving there and changing. This is me when I had my interview recently at BBC, where I was talking about my and the Barclays Life Skills programs that I have. I've had the second one now. Last week I had the second edition, and that's what I do: impact, education, sharing knowledge. That's what I love to do. Like I've said, keep your message clear, concise, and relatable. Number two, your storytelling matters. So, for example, I'm talking about right now, I have a series kind of where I talk about my journey so far. So, on my YouTube channel, I was doing that a lot when I recently arrived to the United Kingdom. So, I was showing how I was navigating my industry, how I was navigating starting in a new environment, starting with new recipes, starting with getting new customers. So, excuse me. Right now, if you see these two types of content, so you see, oh, it helps you a lot. Thank you so much. So you see two types of content, and you see a day in the life versus a day in the life of a diaspora-based entrepreneur building from scratch in 90 days. Which one catches your attention? The one of a diaspora-based entrepreneur building from scratch in 90 days because it's relatable. It helps you too. I'm so thankful for the feedback. So it's relatable because you're building from scratch. So that was me detailing my journey so that I could help other people, so that I could have that as a memory. I can know that years down the line when I'm established, when I put my feet down, I can look back and say, this is where I started from. And then to help other people then to show the emotional side of it, because it's not easy with starting all over again. So I was telling my stories and I'm still telling my stories. Now, community matters more. So you want to build a community that can relate to your story. your successes as well as your struggles. And that's one thing I do. I don't brandish the successes only. When I fail, I come out to say this is what happened. I baked this cake, it did not work out, it did not work out well. Or I baked a cake and I was struggling with my recipes. I am there sharing my successes and the not so good stories as well. Okay. Quickly moving on. This is me. This was when I had a cake tasting last December, a year ago. I had this event. It was a cake tasting. That is something I'm passionate about, sharing knowledge. I love hosting events as well. And this is me at the Barclays Life program, impacting as well, sharing knowledge. And this is me. I love causes. I love volunteering. So I had a walk for breast cancer now. Just 2 months ago in October, I just signed up. I wanted to be a volunteer. I got this shirt, I got some resources to do this, and I called my friends together. I actually wanted to do a cake tasting, but someone said, why don't we walk instead? Let's walk. So I wanted to have you know, cakes, different types of cakes, and do a fundraising. It was a fundraiser charity walk. So I wanted to do a fundraising, but they said they preferred walking. Okay, so we had to do a walk, and those are my friends with me. So we did the walk. So those are the kind of things that I'm passionate about. Now, there are different types of brand voices. You could have a professional brand voice. It could be a friendly brand voice. So for me, I'm professional sometimes. I'm always professional, but sometimes I'm friendly. And sometimes I'm inspirational. Most of the time, I'm inspirational because I'm sharing my stories. I'm motivating you. I'm saying you can do this. If I can do it, then you can do it as well. So sometimes my brand voice switches between all of this. And I am a teacher. So I have that educational aspect of my brand voice as well. Now, there's a quote I have: clarity creates confidence, confidence builds credibility. So if you're clear on what you're doing, or you're clear on who you are or what your message is, it creates confidence. You can talk without stuttering. You can talk without being afraid. You can talk without second guessing or forgetting who you are or what you're doing. So your brand voice can be a mix of all of this: professional, friendly, inspirational, educational, entertaining as well. There are some people who just entertain you. Theirs is just to make you laugh and just to make you feel happy. Depends on what you want your brand voice to be. Statistics, these are just a few statistics for us to know about personal branding. Now, 61% of US business executives believes a strong digital brand presence matter more than a strong resume. So now whatever you're doing on social media is very important. They are using that to gauge you as well. It's part of your CV. It is part of your resume, depending on where you're joining us from and what you call it in your location. 54% of employers have rejected candidates because of their social media or online presence. So if you're not intentional about curating your feed, if you're not intentional about projecting yourself in a good light, I'm not saying fake it, but just be that person that is doing something impactful, being that person that has a clean slate. I'm not coming and I'm seeing racist comments on your page. I'm not coming to your page and I'm seeing you're fighting everywhere. In every controversy, you're there. So your social media or online presence is very important. 67% of Americans say they're more likely to spend a product service/service when they found us personal brand aligns with their values. And 91% of UK hiring managers prefer a candidate with a strong digital professional brand. So all of these things are just to let you know that your personal brand is important. So you need to be building intentionally and you need to be building it well. Now, what this stats say is your online presence, your online personal brand matters a lot. Not just what you do, but how you present yourself online and how you present your expertise online. And your digital presence is now a part of professional credibility. Unfortunately, you don't have control over that. So it's very important that you're building right and you're building a very good digital presence. For business owners and freelancers, your personal brand can directly influence trust, clients' decision, and purchasing behavior. So I can decide the way she responded to her customer, the way he responded to his customers. I don't like that. The way people are complaining about this brand, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't want to buy anymore. Maybe you wanted to purchase something from them. You just feel like I don't want to purchase anymore. Okay. Please, somebody's mic is on. If you can, please mute. That would be helpful. Thank you. The brands and companies we trust are increasingly those who are real and where they show their authentic selves. They have values and not just polished company messages, especially in this day and age with AI evolution and the increase in using AI in almost every industry and everything we do. So define who you are. What's one main thing you want people to remember? That's one question you should be asking yourself. Who are you? And what is that one thing you want people to remember about you? And all of these center around your values, your purpose, your goals. I've talked about a bit in passing about my values. I love family. I love honesty. I love integrity. I love respect. I love excellence in service. I love excellence in products. I love flowers, things that are happy, things that are positive. I love books. I love painting. I love things like that. I love speaking. What's your purpose and what's your goal and what's your unique value proposition and who are you talking to? Your message, the message you're giving, and what you set out to do, who is it for? All right, so all of these things are very important. So right now, you can just write in the comments, if you have your values, what are your values? What's your purpose? What's your goal? What are you trying to achieve? What's your unique value proposition? What sets you apart from everyone else? And who is or who are your target audience or who is your target audience? For me, I speak to women, I speak to everybody, but the core of my message or the core of my messaging or the core of what I do is for women. Right now, women in tech. So I have a framework that would help you. I call it the Shine framework. It's to help you build your personal brand and define your identity. So number one is the first thing is the S. So S, we're talking about your strengths and your skills. Okay. But somebody's mic is still on. Please, can you mute? I don't know who that is, but please, you can mute your mic. So if you're getting value, please let me know in the comments. I like to see that I have an engaged class. So you can write in the chats or you can use your emojis. I would love to know that. I would love to know that. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much. So this is the framework to help you if you're building your personal brand. The first thing is your strength and your skills. I'm glad to know. So the first thing is your strengths and your skills. Now, these are the qualities that you excel at. What are your core competencies? I've talked about me. I love personal speaking, public speaking, I beg your pardon. Public speaking. What are your unique talents? What are the strengths that you have? Those are the things that you should be projecting. Those are the things that that you should be showing. Show more of that. What's your expertise? What do you know? Even if you are, for example, a baker, but you know about, let's see, you know about, let's say, maybe writing, or you know about um childcare, maybe taking care of children, or you know about education, then you should be pushing those things out as well. So for me, I bake. I bake cakes. And that's the name of my brand, fortunately. But there are other things that I know how to do. There are other things that I have strengths that are my skills that I have that I'm skilled at. And there are things that I can do. And I'm pushing those things out. I push them out. And I make people know that these are the things that I can do. So that's what you should be leveraging. Leverage your strengths, leverage your skills, and things that people would know you for. We'll quickly move to the habits and humanity. That's H. So if you're building your personal brand, what are the qualities? What are your habits? What characters do you have? What character do you have? What are your character traits? How much how devoted are you to things that have to do with humanity? Are you reliable? Are you trustworthy? Are you curious? Do you like learning? These days, that's one thing that people look out for, employers look out for. They want to know how curious you are. They want to know how open you are to learning. If you are that person that learns new things, they want you. They I think it's attractive, it attracts them. And so that's one of the things I do on X. I share every single week the lessons that I learned from my week. And I decided now to take it to LinkedIn. But the way I do it on LinkedIn is different, slightly different, and it's different. There are two different things. So on X, I share lessons that I learn. At the end of every week, I share lessons that I learned throughout my week. So I'm not just moving through my week and just going blindly, but I'm taking notes of the lessons. I'm taking notes of the things that are happening around me. So that's one thing I've put, and it's just I'm not doing it to please anybody, but I just feel these are things that I can share. So on LinkedIn, the way I do it is a theme for the week. So when I start my week, as things are happening around me, as I go on social media and I see different things, posts, content that I watch, there's usually a thing that cuts across. And I have for this week, I had for last week, I had for 2. So I just started sharing on LinkedIn. Now that would show that I have a growth mindset. People will be like, she likes to learn and she likes to share what she learns. It shows that I have a growth mindset. So adaptability, all of these things, what are your habits? The I is for impact and influence. What's the positive change that you're driving? I love to teach and I'm not holding back on that. So that's another thing that my videos that I share on LinkedIn do for me. It helps people know that I'm a teacher and I love to teach. Also helps position me as a leader. So I'm positively impacting people and positively impacting them. How about your ability to inspire? You've testified or you've given feedback about how my stories or how the journey of the videos I used to share, I still share them now, but not so much in that line. But how they inspired you and how they were a source of inspiration for you. N is for network and nurture. Okay, so relationship building. How are you building your relationships? Are you intentional about how you're building relationships online? You build relationships so that when you don't get to a point where you need help and you're just launching out to somebody, oh, please, can you help me? I need this from you. But you've not laid any foundation, you've not laid anything, and you're still in the category of people online that just say, oh, great video. Nice. You do nice, you do thumbs up. Did you know that you can build and nurture your network through the kind of comments that you leave on people's content? If it inspires you, my goodness, get something from inside of you and say, I love your video so much. It inspired me. There was a video I saw this evening on LinkedIn, and I took my time to write, not because I wanted to fake it, but I love that the person shared a story of from school. They went somewhere, they had lunch, they shared gifts, and I took my time to write how it made me feel. And I said, your video made me feel very warm. It gave me that feeling that comes with having a sense of community where you can laugh, where you can share, and where you can. I've forgotten the third part, but I took my time to write that comment. So this is not the time for great video, nice, excellent, or you put fire emojis, those blazing fire emojis, and you walk away. That's not how we do it these days. It has never been that way, and it is never going to be. It's not that way. So people have short attention span. They don't have time to leave comments. They don't have time to do anything. Don't be that person. Expression and engagement quickly, because we're quickly running out of time. I want to give you time for questions. So, expression and engagement. We're talking about your authentic voice. We're talking about your visual identity. We're talking about your clear communication style. We're talking about, I just talked about it now in passing, your engagement. How do you engage with people online? Do you just like posts and sometimes you even look and you don't bother liking, even if you really liked the message, you're stingy with your likes. You're stingy with your comments. You don't even care. And people have put time and effort into sharing these things. You found it valuable. You can actually say, I love the feeling of fulfillment that comes with you letting the creator know that this thing they've shared, this piece of content they've shared was valuable to you, goes a long way. So also your storytelling ability matters. I'm jumping away from this page because of time. So keep your audience engaged as you're building your online presence bit by bit. Also, this is important to mention, don't be that creator, don't be that person that doesn't respond to people. You're building a community of people that like you, that enjoy what you're doing, enjoy what you're sharing, and they take time to commend you. They take time to drop nice comments, feedback for you, and you don't bother to respond. Not in this day and age. Okay, so we're going to quickly look at our personal brand assets. What are the tangible and intangible elements that make your personal brand identifiable? This quote, I got this quote from that magazine that says personal brand assets are the collection of tangible and intangible elements that shape how the world perceives you. They are the tools you use to communicate your unique value, expertise, and personality to your audience. So, what are your personal brand assets? Visual assets, how you look, So how you look is very important. Your headshots and the photography you use, the photos you use online, your website, your on your bio, are they formal, casual, black and white? Now, when you talk about speaker bios, there are people that call for speakers for their events, and they would usually want a headshot. They would usually want a picture of you that they can use to put on their flyers. So do you have anything like that? Is it formal? Is it the speaker, the headshot you have, is it the one you took in a garden somewhere? You don't have any professional headshot that you can use. Your color palette is a specific set of 2 to 3 colors you can use, you consistently use in your slides. For example, this is not my color palette, but I loved it and I decided to use it. So I have a color palette for my baking brand, and then I have a color palette for my YouTube brand. Aside that, I don't think really I've been able to pick anyone, but I just love this. But I have brand fonts, I have my brand fonts, I have my brand colors. All of those things matter. Your typography, okay, I've just mentioned it's your fonts. So I have a font that I use. Your logo is also important. And your slide decks, the decks that you use for presentation, I don't like to be boxed. So you might see this kind of slide in one of my presentations. You come for another presentation, you see another type of slide because I'm creative. I'm creative and I like to express that creativity. So your visual assets, how you look is very important. Digital assets, where you live online. These are the real estate you own or rent on the internet where people go to learn about you. So, example, your personal website. You have a personal website or a blog where people can go read about you, where people hang out with you. Your social media profiles, are your bios optimized? Your feed on LinkedIn, what are you curating? What does it say about you? Your email signature, do you have a professional footer in your emails that links to your work or your latest projects? That's something you can do. You can customize it so that such that at the end of your email, I can click, there's a clickable link that will take me to maybe your website or your LinkedIn page. And there's a link in bio, which we all know, like the Linktree link in bio is a curated menu of links. Moving on swiftly, the next is your intellectual assets, what you know. And this is often the most valuable category. So it positions you as a person of authority. It positions you as someone who is a subject matter expert in a particular industry, in a particular topic, and it separates you from your peers who may have similar job titles. For example, we looked at the SHINE framework. So those are unique models or acronyms that you can create to make people remember when you teach. For example, I know that you will not forget the SHINE framework. You shouldn't forget it. Okay, it's something that you can relate to. I want to shine. I want to be known for this. I want to be known for that. You won't forget that. Now, your content like guides, a template, a free ebook, maybe a one-to-one that people can click on or people can get in exchange for their email addresses. Excuse me, for you to build your email list. Now, the last on that list is your verbal and your strategic assets. How do you speak? Before I used to speak really fast. I think I'm doing great. Please let me know in the comments if I'm doing great and if you're enjoying the session so far. So I used to speak very fast, faster than this. But I've been able to build myself over time. I've built my skill set. I have a reason why I used to speak fast. Where I come from, there's what we call power cuts. So whenever I have to record my YouTube videos, I used to record content. I used to batch record my content so I could in one go record 3 videos. That's how I usually do it, even not I could. I usually batch record my content because I used to post on YouTube Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And the way that was possible was because I used to record as many videos as I could at once. So that's one thing you want to do. You can record your videos so that you have something that you can share. All right. So, for example, your brand voice, I've talked about that in the beginning. Witty, it could be witty, it could be academic, encouraging, it could be no nonsense. You've been following me. Thank you very much. So then I had the luxury of time. Oh, I lost my train of thought then. So we have Parkord. We used to have Parkord back at home. And I would be in a rush. I usually like to I was talking about batch recording content. So I would rush to record my videos and I'll speak very fast before the power cord goes off because if it does, and then I have to put on my generator, we call it back home, and then it could be loud and it will make so that was why I used to record really fast so that I'm really I'm done with my 3 videos before the light goes off. But now I pace the way I speak. I've come to a place where I'm not in a hurry. Nobody's cutting off power. I can record and I can do what I need to do. So I've trained myself and I'm still training myself to help me communicate better. Your elevator pitch, a memorized 30-second explanation of who you are, what and how you help people. Currently, I'm a co-founder building I have a startup. So that the way when I go to networking events right now, I still struggle with pitching myself. So that 30 seconds, who are you? What do you do? What problem are you solving? But I'm still working on it. So you have that elevator speech so that when people ask you, oh, tell me about you, you go to networking events and people say, tell me about you. You're not saying I do this. I I teach children because I love to teach, and then I teach women too because I'm a woman in tech. And this is so you're just all over the place. No, you need something. You need to memorize it so that it just comes out easily. That's your elevator pitch. And then brand story, the narrative of your career journey, your origin story that explains why you do what you do, why I started my cake business, is because I wanted to be able to take care of my children. I wanted to be at home for them when they return from school. So I wanted to do my own thing. I wanted to do my own business. So that's my origin story. And I started with not having the basic tools. I believe those of you that have been following me from way back, maybe you know this story. I started with not having the the normal the tools that I need for baking. So I started at borrowing. I started my business borrowing tools. I was working with my sister-in-law's mixer, so I would borrow her mixer, I'll bake in my neighbor's oven, and that's how I started. So what's your origin story? What the thing you do now, why do you do the thing that you do? So there is this quote again from David Moses. He says, building a profitable personal brand online is not a sprint. My personal brand, I've been building it for years. And it's not something that happens overnight. Don't aim for perfection early on. Allow your brand to evolve naturally over time and focus on providing massive value and over deliver to your target audience. Then you will get more clear over your message and brand as well. Always remember that. So you refine. It keeps getting refined. It keeps getting refined. With the more you do, the more you show up, the more you share, it will keep getting better and better. So that's one thing I want you to bear in mind. Don't think, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to I'm going to just change overnight. No, it takes time. So this is just snippets of my own personal assets. That's my logo on a global platform. This is in the future very, very close. A brand I'm working with. This is when I got invited for a YouTube creator collective back in Manchester. This, my video ranking #1 on Google. That's it over there. 5 marketing strategies. This is my feedback from a session I had with Women in Tech for Women in Tech Week, global event as well. This is my YouTube channel, LinkedIn. This is the program I was a part of. I was one of the partners in this program. This is a collage of my interview, me, the things that I've done when I was a TV personality, an award. This is my Spotify list. This is my Spotify, what do you call it? Do you say channel? I don't know what it is called now. It's been lying fallow for the past 1.5 years. That's not too good. So I'm going to work on that. Maybe if you follow me, it will inspire me to create content. And funny enough, I've created content. I have content for this. I just wonder why I'm not posting. I think that should be one of my goals in 2026. So what is your assets? Are you curating? Are you sharing your stories? Let me go back to that slide. Before I forget, please document. Take pictures, document your stories. Take pictures. If you're not the person, maybe you feel, oh, I'm shy, or I don't like talking too much about myself. I'm simple, I'm an introvert. I don't like putting myself out there. Take it and keep it in your folder. Take the pictures and store them in your folder because one day you will need it. So document your stories, keep documenting. I put a picture of myself when I was having an Instagram live many years ago. I took it out. It was supposed to be here. So my pictures from way back when I started volunteering, going out for causes, even back home in Nigeria, I have all of them. I mean, I have all of them. So please, it's important that you're documenting your story and you're documenting your journey. This slide now is your time to shine. So now is your time to shine. I wish I could go in depth, but time will not be enough. And it's an ongoing process. You keep refining, you iterate, improve on what you have, you keep refining. And please don't be shy to tell your story. Don't be shy to own it. I call myself a woman in tech. I'm a woman in tech. I recently have attended an event, Women in Data. Women in Data. They had their 11th birthday celebrations. And I was just thinking to myself, do I really sign up for this event? They're talking about data. I don't think I belong. Imposter syndrome would always show up. Imposter syndrome will always tell you, keep quiet, you don't belong. What do you know? What do you have? Everybody's calling themselves
What?
tech. You're also calling yourself women in tech. How are you in tech? They're calling themselves women in data, and they say it's a program for women in data, and you're also going to attend the program. How are you women in data? Do you know I'm a woman in data? For years and years, I've been working with data. My past two, three jobs, my current job, I work with data. I mean, solid data. But the fact that you're not a software engineer, you don't have that title, software engineer, it makes you feel like I don't belong because you don't have the technical um entrepreneur. I use I'm an ed tech, or you call me whether practitioner or enthusiast. I teach about education. I use digital platforms. I use digital platforms to run my business. I use digital platforms to tell my story. I use it to teach millions people all over the world. On my YouTube channel, I have over 2 million views. That is impact. That's metrics. That's me being a woman in tech, knowing how to use digital platforms and digital skills to reach people globally. So that is me. You might be into coding, massive respect to you. You might be doing different things, massive respect to you. But I also belong. I am also there. And so I don't keep quiet. And so it was just, I think yesterday or today, I was like, but you've been working with data. You work with a lot of data, like solid data. And I'm not talking about customers that have sold things to, or customers that have bought digital products from me. I also create digital products. So these I'm doing is a digital products as well. I have sold classes. I have done things. I even had an audiobook for bakers. For those of you who know me from way back, I still have it. I still have a chapter of it. I still have it on my phone. So I work, like I said, I work with data. So I'm a woman in data. So why shouldn't I join? Why shouldn't I sign up? And in all of these things, one thing I want you to know is now there's a surge and there's a rush towards maybe tech or a certain thing that is reigning or that is in thing right now. Everybody's going to tech. Everybody wants to do AI. Everybody wants to do that. I can niche down and position myself as a confidence coach in the tech industry. Yes, I know someone who is doing that. I don't know, I think she was into the technical part of tech, but I can decide, okay, people are going into tech. But in the midst of all of these women that are going into tech, there are people that are not so confident. There are people that are good with coding. They can code, they can work with data, they're software engineers, they can do technical writing. But when it comes to staying in front of the camera, when it comes to presenting in the office, when it comes to networking, when it comes to doing things with their colleagues, when it comes to going out, when it comes to speaking, they cannot do that. So they are afraid, they are nervous. I can be that person in the tech industry that decides I want to teach people how to build confidence. I want to teach women in tech how to be confident. I want to teach women in tech presentation skills, how to present webinars like this. I can be that person. So please don't allow imposter syndrome make you keep quiet. You have more in you than you know, than you realize. So yes, I'm a woman in data. I'm a woman in data, and I belong. I'm gonna be in that space, and I'm gonna own it. Okay, so now is your time to shine. We've talked about the shine framework, shine, your strengths defined, your high value communicated, impact delivered, network nurtured, expression unleashed. We often wait for permission to be visible, to get that promotion, to launch that startup, to speak on that global stage. Look, when I spoke 2 months ago on a global stage, when I hosted a webinar like this, because there were offline events and online events, I just pitched myself and I said, this is what I want to teach. This is what I can teach. And I got a topic. And I taught women. People signed up from different places. And I taught them. That is on my record that I was part of this global event. I was part of the success. And when you're talking about the metrics, I am in there. So I just pitched. I saw opportunities, and there are tons and tons of opportunities online. There are tons and tons of opportunities online. So that's how I've been doing. Oh, I can show you. So they are on LinkedIn. So they're on LinkedIn. I follow tech pages. I follow girls in tech. I follow those pages. I just see them. When I go on LinkedIn, I'm not going to play. Oh, I put up my post, and then as I go through my feed, I'm seeing somebody say, "Oh, I'm excited to announce that I was nominated for this," and they tag people, "Thank you." They tag companies, "Thank you for this," and they tag people. I go to those companies, and when you tag in on LinkedIn, it is blue. When they tag companies, I go to those companies, I check them out, I see what they're doing. If it's something that aligns with me, I click the follow button and I click the notification bell. If it's a person and I see that they align with what I do, even if they have 1 million followers, if I feel that that person's value aligns with my value, I click the connect button. I click connect. I click follow and I click connect. And so when they begin to put out events, okay, we're having these events, we're looking for volunteers, we're doing this, we're doing that. I am signing up. So LinkedIn is one platform people don't like. They say people are always saying I'm excited, so I am grateful for but I like it. Fortunately, fortunately in quotes, I didn't start early enough on LinkedIn. So my following or my community is very small. But from being stuck from at 271 followers for the last how many weeks or months, I have just crossed over the 337. I think I have 337 followers now. So sometimes I wonder, what did I share that people are following, are wanting to connect with me? I don't know what I shared. So those opportunities are there. In Nigeria, where I come from, I know they agree. So those opportunities are there. You want to cash in on them. So in closing, as we wrap up, I'm having a personal branding accountability collective in January. And I can show you how these things work. I can show you how I've done it. I've just shared a bit, but then I'll be working with you one on one. Thank you very much first for signing up for this. But I want to take it to a closer community, and want to work with a few of you that are looking to launch their personal brand, that want to go from a place of where they're shy. I don't know what I want to do. I can't do this alone. It is hard. I want these opportunities, but I'm not confident enough. I don't know where to find them. This is a paid group for those of you who are interested in January. So in January, I'm going to be showing you, we're going to be together in an accountability group where we are cheering ourselves on. We have prompts. If you feel not comfortable, like me, why I did start on LinkedIn for a long time was because I was not comfortable. I felt I did not belong. I'm an entrepreneur. These are people that are CEOs, C-suite executives. What do I have to say? But I put all of those things aside earlier this year or mid this year, and I started posting. I started being out there. So if you need that motivation, you can click on that link or you can scan the QR code. It will take you to where you need to sign up. I have an offer for 48 hours for people who are interested. You would like to sign up and you want me to coach you, to be with you in that group, to show you how I'm doing it, to show you how to get templates, because all of these things, you don't need to crack your head. That's what AI is for. Instead of using AI to creating photos that are not bad at all. Like if you like to look beautiful and use AI to recreate your nice photos, they're not bad. But you can do, okay, I'll do that. Let me see if I can do that. You can do so many things with AI. So if I have to pitch and they say, oh, we're calling for speakers, let me see if I can quickly get that. How do I do that now? Okay, I'll send the link via email. After now, you will get an email. I would send the email, or you can message me. Um, you can message me privately on any platform, maybe Instagram, or you send me an email. I would do that, okay? Or you just take a picture of this and scan it, but I will send the link. I should have preferred to put that on my, I should have had that on standby. Okay, do not worry, I'll send that across to you. So I lost my train of thought. So when they call for speaker opportunities, usually when they say we're looking for speakers, right now, events for next year, March, April, May, June, they're already in full swing. So they are calling for speakers, they're calling for volunteers, they're calling for people who partner with them, they're calling for sponsors right now. Those people that are planning events are already planning. That's how it is. They're planning ahead. So if you want to pitch, usually they will say, okay, what topic would you like to speak to us about? Can you give us synopsis? Can you give us, oh, it's 6 o'clock. Oh, just give me 1 minute, I'll wrap up. Oh, 6:01, I apologize. So they will tell you to, or you can message me on LinkedIn and on LinkedIn, Oluchi Imo on LinkedIn. I'll send you the link. So, what was I saying? You can just put that on AI. This is the topic I want to talk about. This is the event. Look up this event for me online. Look at the topics or look at what they've done in the past. This is not a curated sort of curated prompt now, but you can just put a prompt. Look at what they've done in the past. Give me topic ideas or topic suggestions that I can pitch. Give me a 1 minute, a one paragraph pitch or a synopsis, and to bring it for you, and you use that to pitch yourself. Before you know it, they're calling you, oh, congratulations, and thank you for indicating interest. We would like you to be one of our speakers. You've gone global. That's how people become global speakers. It's not difficult, so to say. So that's how I do it. Of course, I have things to say, but usually I would like to look at, okay, what did they do last year? They had, obviously, it's not a new program. They've had this kind of conference last year. What were the topics that people talked about? Can you give me an overview of what it is? And let me know what I can teach in the one coming for 2026. And AI will give me series of topics. And then I will make a selection of what I know that I'm confident teaching. I'm confident, very confident and skilled in, and I'll pick that and I would put in my application. I've applied for so many things that I've even lost count. So that's how you go from being unknown to unforgettable. You go from being local to global. So thank you so very much. Please, I would encourage you to join me. I want to hold your hand and I want to teach you how to get this done. Whether you're a baker, whether you're a fashion designer, whether you're a woman in tech, like the real tech, the technical tech aspect, and you want to build your personal brand, please join me. It's a 30-day or 31 days. It's a four week program starting on I think 4th, on the 4th of January. And I would so much love to see you there. There's so much I can teach you. There's so much I have to share. Thank you so very much. I'm sorry I shot past the time by 3 minutes. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so very much. Let me go back now, stop sharing so I can see your face. Thank you so much. Let me know. Give me your feedback. Please share your feedback in the comments. I would really, really love to read from you. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. And I hope you found this impactful. I hope you found it insightful. Please, I would love you to join me for the Personal Branding Accountability Collective. And it's going to be an amazing time. If you know how I teach, I know you wouldn't want to miss this. So please join me for this program. Please, if you have any questions, I crave your indulgence. I'd just like to take questions if you have any in a few minutes before we say goodbye. Okay? Let me have your feedback in the comments. I would appreciate that so much. Thank you. Abimbola joining me from Birmingham. Thank you so much. Thank you. Um, Let me see if I can paste the link. Just bear with me. Any questions so that we can I can just answer your questions and we can call it a day. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to send you an email. Would also make the recording available to you so that you can have it to watch. Hopefully, I think it was recorded. So I'll make the recording available to you so you can go back to it over and over. It was really insightful. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you gained something from it. Please tag me on social media. You can take a screenshot and tag me on social media. I would love to hear from you. Please share your feedback with me as well. I think I'll share a feedback link. Please let me have your feedback as well. Thank you so much. If there are no questions, I wouldn't want to keep you for so long. Thank you. And I look forward to hearing from you. Please don't be a stranger. Stay in touch. I would love to hear from you. If you have any questions regarding the payments or anything, you would love to be a part of the session, please send me a message. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. And I hope to see you in subsequent webinars. Please tell a friend about me. Tell a friend about my brand. And thank you so much. I love that. I love what you shared with me. I hope to see you in my next one. I hope to see you in the accountability group for next year by God's grace. Thank you so much and good night, everyone. Bye.